What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 of Fish Before Work. We got a little bit of I wouldn't go as far as to say it's chilly, but it's about 60 degrees this morning. We got a wind blowing at us. And if you remember the first episode, whenever there's some wind, this pond right here is pretty good, so I decided to make the trek over here this morning. Had a little bit extra time after editing this morning, after I woke up, so I thought I had a good opportunity to run over to this pond and give it a try. I would expect there to be some pretty good bites going on here, a pretty good bite going on here, because we got a wind-blown bank. That's pretty lights out generally for this place, so we shall see what the dealio is. Running this crankbait again. The goal is really just to catch a fish over 2 pounds here. I know they're in here. I have seen a photo of one, but I have not seen one in my own hands. So we're still waiting on that good bite, but the conditions are set up pretty good. Things are a little bit cooler this morning. Got some wind coming in, which should all be advantageous for us. So all the moss is blown away to where I can fish without getting my crankbait all fouled up, and we're gonna make it happen. There he is. There he is. There's our first little fish. Little bitty guy. Came off for me. Nice. Okay, very good. I think, hold on, buddy. Hold on. So I can't remember what the name of the chemical is, but whatever chemical they use to make the water blue in these residential ponds, I can't remember what it's called. I'm pretty sure it stains the fish. Like, if you looked at that fish closely, I should have kept him out of the water a little bit longer so you could examine it, but the white parts of their body, you know, the white skin or the white scales, I guess, sort of have like a tealish tint, and I wonder if that's that chemical staining the fish in any capacity, or if these fish just have a bluish teal tint to them. I think it has to do with the chemicals they put in the pond to make it look bluer than it actually is. I could be wrong. If anybody knows the answer to that, make sure to drop a comment and let me know, because that's kind of what I've always thought. I've noticed that with a few of these fish in this pond, that they've kind of got a bluish tint to them, especially in the white parts, so like kind of under the bottom side of their mouth, kind of a tealish look. All right, we're gonna move down a little ways, fish this next little pocket and see if they got pushed up in there. Not been to this side of the pond very many times, but I'm sure, whoa, if I don't fall, that there's some fish to be caught. Let's see if we can get a good angle. I don't have to get up in the crap because I don't want to get too nasty. There we go. This should work. Definitely the lower, shallower side of the pond. That should be enough to work with. Kind of casting across the wind. See if anybody's home. Come on, fish. I know you're over here. I know you're over here. Somewhere. Oh, right there. Bigger? Maybe. A little bit. No. Another tiny guy. A little bit bigger than that last one, but not a big one. That's definitely bigger than average for this pond. That's for sure. Good. All right. Cool. Getting something figured out. It's number 2 for the day. And get him undone. There we go. Nice. A little bit bigger fish. Pretty fish. This one doesn't really have any of that blue on him, but that last one sure did. Pretty fish. Nice and healthy. Go ahead and put him back. See it, buddy? That fish was sitting pretty close to the bank. I think he hit it on the paws. We'll have to see what the footage looks like, but I'm pretty sure he hit it on the paws. Get my trusty towel here and wipe my hands off. All slippery and slimy. Okay, very good. So that's 2 fish thus far. Let's see, we got a little bit of time left. And we got 2 fish. That was definitely a size upgrade, so that's always a good sign when you're working your way up in the size chain. It's always a welcome sign. See if we can get another one. On this wind side, just looking for that big bite. Just looking for that big bite. I know this bait here can catch bigger fish, as it just did. I know we got a 3 or 4 pounder in this pond. I would be shocked if it's just totally devoid of quality. Maybe limited on quality, because it's a little overpopulated, but that does not mean there isn't quality. Got him, got him, got him, got him, way out there. That was awesome. That was a cool little bite. A couple cranks down, I got him. That was sweet. Itty bitty guy. Come here, buddy, come here. You're out living where the big ones should be, and you're itty bitty. You're smaller than that first one I caught. Hold on, buddy. I'll show you the example I'm talking about here with the lips looking like they're kind of blue. So if you look like right there and under, oops, hooked myself. Try not to do that again. Like right here specifically and right there and a little bit under the bottom lip, just looks a little bluer than I'm used to. I wonder if that has anything to do with the chemicals in the pond. Could just be crazy. Might just be seeing things. But if you guys have any input as to why that may be, let me know, because I've always found that a little interesting about this pond, that the bass just seem to look a little bluer than I'm used to. They all got the blues. And I happen to think they got the blues because of the chemicals in the pond, but oh, missed one. That fish was right behind the turtle. He was tagging the turtle. That's kind of weird. He better be careful, he's gonna get eaten. Unless I snag the turtle. That might be a snapping turtle, it might have a tail, and it's, there he is, got him. Bigger, no. There's a wad of them right out there. Nice, that same little spot that I just cast to a moment ago. There's just a few fish out there. I wonder if there's a special grass patch or maybe a tree or some type of structure out there that's making them go there. I need to remember that spot. Let's see, where did I cast to? It's like, try to make mental markers, especially when you're casting to spots that don't really have any, you know, by looking at the bank beyond the cast. So I'm gonna try to cast in between that bush over there. Well, I'm trying to get off this tree first. Cast between that bush over there and the pond filter. That was a little off to the left, but might still work. But that was just a 2-3 bites in a row, a few cranks down. So must be a wad of them right there. A little school of fish maybe. There is a rule in this pond where you cannot put watercraft, I almost said aircraft. There is not a sign that says anything about aircraft, so that's definitely on the table. But specifically, it is prohibited to use watercraft at this lake, which is unfortunate because it's definitely big enough to where you could justify putting like a kayak on it or even maybe a little john boat. But that's negated by the fact that pretty much, you know, 70 to 60% of the lake is fishable, you know, from the bank. There's just a couple of spots where you really can't get to from the bank, which is a good thing. You don't want the entire lake to be naked and open to fishing pressure. I like these ponds where there's a good mix of bank fishing opportunities and covered up banks, because it, you know, allows the fish to hide a little bit, which is important. Because I know these fish get fished for quite a bit, so it's good for them to get a little bit of a reprieve by being able to sit in places where people can't get to them. Like the fish that I just caught, I don't think that's a cast that everybody can make. It's just a super far cast into the wind. So being able to put it there, puts it in front of fish that, oh, that's grass or a tiny fish, grass. Puts it in front of fish that don't get fished for a lot, and that's always preferable. A less pressured fish is an easier fish to catch. A dumber fish. I'm always looking to catch the dumber fish. All right, a few more casts over here, and if they don't turn back on, we'll move elsewhere. that might be bigger. No, he just slammed it. He wasn't that much bigger. He was itty bitty still. He hit it hard though. That's the thing that can be very deceiving about some trash. Put that in my backpack over here on my rod, and I'll put that up in a second. That's the thing about these crankbait bites, is they'll just really slam it. And especially on that, if you hit it on the paws, kind of like a jerkbait bite almost, they just destroy it, and then it can really make you think you got something big when in fact it is not big. Like that one. That was probably a little bit smaller than the biggest one I've caught today, but it was by no means a big girl. Come on, stay on. Good. Bigger? I can't really tell yet. No, just catching water. They're out there, man. I actually think if I move down just a little bit, I could probably have a little bit of a better cast to where I'm not having to navigate around this bush. Now that's a fat fish right there. See, that's a fish that has a potential to become big. This one right here, he's eating good. He's got a big stomach. If I can get him unhooked, I'll show you both of those things. Didn't have him hooked especially well. That's a even better sign of a big fish if it's hard to catch them. See, that's a chunky little guy. Put him back, but let me move over just a little bit, and I might be able to, let's grab that icicle pop pouch, whatever that's called, popsicle. Move over just a little bit. Yeah, here we go. Now I think I can really get a better angle at the at those fish, so I don't have to necessarily cast around the old bush. That was kind of getting in the way a little bit. There's another snapping turtle. They are, what's the word? Plentiful in this lake. It's a snapping turtle paradise. Wow, maybe I caught them all in that little hole. It's very possible. I left one or two of them in the lake. They got lucky. It's probably gonna eat those. We're move down a little ways and just kind of keep working our way down this bank. This is a bank I've always kind of wanted to investigate. I suspect somebody will be hanging out right here. And we got a little bit more depth right there too, a little bit more of a drop off. All good things. And we're casting into the wind, so we'll kind of test that theory. Oh, this is a wind-blown point definitionally. It's not the pointiest of points, but a point nonetheless. I saw, there he is. Oh, it came off, frick. That felt like a better bite too. Here's there he is again. Chased it and came and got it again. What a little goober. What a little goober. A little bit better of a fish. A little bit better of a fish. Yeah, definitely better. That might be the biggest one of the day. Oh, mud mouth. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Oh, don't hook you again. I only need to hook you once. There we go. I think that's the biggest fish of the day, about a pounder. He came and hit it twice. That's an aggressive fish. Let me get you back in there. That fish has been caught before. It shows if fish is willing to bite a crankbait twice in one cast, I think that's indicative of a fish that's willing to bite a bunch of other baits too. Easy fish to catch. All right. First cast on the point though, that's cool. Well, what happened is I saw a fish jump to the right and I looked over, stopped my reel, and of course, as soon as I stopped my reel and looked at a different direction, I got bit on the crankbait, missed him on the hook set, then cranked it about 5 or 6 more times and he chased it up to the bank and I got bit again. So that was, all in all, a pretty cool little thing. Lots of fish activity right here. Oh man, that was a bite. That was a good bite. Wow, he smoked it. That's the same one? No, I don't think so. About the same size, but not the same one. One more, buddy. They're biting good today, my friends. They're biting good today. This little crankbait is just puts in the work of this pond. It is a good bait. I think it's the KVD 1 or KVD shallow diver. I can't remember. That was not the best fish release. He shook on I was doing a little cornhole toss and he shook on the way up and threw his energy back to me. But this little sunfish colored KVD thing is a killer shallow pond bait. It's just a killer shallow pond bait. I've caught lots of fish on this lure. You're gonna see me throw this bait a lot because it just catches fish and can catch quality and should catch quality if the quality is present. I throw it in the other pond that I fish in my neighborhood and have caught good fish on it, 3-pounders and so, there's another one. Come here. They're loaded up on this point, I know that much. They're loaded on this point. Wind-blown point, that'll do it for you. They're eating it good too. They're not just tagging it. That's what I like to see too. The amount of fish on this point, like right within the same vicinity, like they group up here. You make a same cast at the same spot and they'll be there. Just kind of crazy how they'll sit so close together. We got about 4 more minutes. I think we can catch one more. I think. We're gonna find out though. Start getting greedy when the last 10 minutes strike, even though I've caught like 10 fish. Start getting greedy. You never want it to end when they're biting. You never want to leave fish biting. That's the worst. It can be a great feeling and a terrible feeling at the same time. Alrighty folks, so came out here this morning. You could probably tell by my voice at the start of the video, I was a little tired, not uber enthusiastic to get up and fish, but the bass are my coffee. Get out here, see the sunrise, catch some fish, wakes me up, gets me enthusiastic, ready for the day. It's been an excellent day. I had about 30-ish minutes of fishing in and been a butt kicking, to be honest with you. Caught a bunch of fish, gotten a lot of bites. So that just makes the day awesome. Hope you guys have enjoyed installment number 3 of Fish Before Work. We shall be out here again tomorrow for day number 4, probably at the pond nearest to my apartment because the water levels are dropping and it should be getting to the point where I can fish from my magical sneaky spot. So, hope you guys have a wonderful day and I'll see y'all tomorrow.